Somebody tell the guy back there you put his hand down. Okay. Okay. So I've been asking this question at every panel. How many of you got Peter Cullen's autograph?
Long time ago.
I want you to be honest with this next question. Did you cry?
What?
We cried because we couldn't get tickets.
Right, and how expensive it was.
So, yeah, when we did Peter Cullen 7 years ago, people went up to him and they couldn't talk to him. They were crying so hard. It was very sweet. It really was. Usually when people cry around me, it's for a different reason. I am Oasis, the panel queen. 1 second. All right. I am a megalomaniac, which means I'm going to request draconian things like keep the side conversations to a minimum, keep the plastic wrap from rattling, keep the phone from beeping. People next to you, like you, paid a lot of money to get here. They'd like to hear what John has to say.
Who would have known?
Okay. As far as I know, is photography allowed?
I mean, if you wanted to, the things. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think that you want a picture of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, photography is allowed. The slides will be released typically on TFW 2005. That normally goes up either like later today or tomorrow. So you don't necessarily have to take pictures because all the slides will be uploaded there.
Excellent. That's good to know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, just sit back and relax, and we'll enjoy this together.
Good to go. All right. Thank you very much.
So we're at the top of the hour. My name is John Holmes. I'm going to be your presenter for the third-party product reveal panel. Now, I'm going to throw all my cards on the table. I was asked to do this panel about 2-3 days ago. I did not create the PowerPoint presentation. My surprise is going to be genuine, along with your surprise. And I will fully admit, I'm going to mispronounce a couple things here and there. Because, third-party products tend to have some pretty funky names. Now, obviously, third-party has brought us some really cool, really different character designs. We get releases of characters we might not see in traditional lines, including some new ideas, some new technologies, or more complex version of the characters that we've known and loved in kind of a slightly different take. So I hope you'll join me in kind of celebrating some new upcoming third-party products. And again, I hope I do it justice. So thank you for joining me, and let's dive right into it. Now we're going to start with a company called Half the Battle Toys. Now obviously you can see their logo, they're very G.I. Joe inspired. They've released before kind of images of G.I. Joe crossover style figures. And they've got a new collaboration with TF Source called Nanobots. Now these Nanobots, they're going to be small, playable Action Master style figures that go with kind of our play sets, that go with things like the Ark, for example. So you can see here we have the first reveal, Tough Luck. Now Tough Luck is only 24 millimeters. Just a little tiny guy, but 10 points of articulation. So they've got a great selection of these. We got up next, we got Tire Lift, 30 millimeters, 14 different points of articulation. Again, these are tiny little guys meant to be kind of part of play sets for that kind of optimal playability.
3 centimeters.
Up next we have Nice Guy, so he's coming in the shortest so far. Trippy little Nice Guy, obviously homage to Gears. Only 22 millimeters, but 10 points of articulation. We have Daydream, our homage to Mirage, complete with removable shoulder weapon, coming in at 29 millimeters and 14 points of different articulation. So, knees, feet, elbows, shoulders, head and shoulders, knees and toes. Up next we have Justice. So yeah, Little Justice, nice playable little figure. He's coming in at 30 millimeters, an homage to Transformers Prowl. Now what do you think is next? Blue Blood. So whether you want to call it, an homage to silver streak or blue streak. Again, same size, same points of articulation, same little figure, different colors. Now here we have Little Red. So this one technically so far is the shortest of them, coming in at only 21 millimeters, but with 10 points of articulation. So he's coming in small, but he's coming in mighty. And of course, Little Red, we got Little Yellow, same idea, same amount of points of articulation agreement. Comes with a little tiny blaster, it's adorable.
He's so cute.
He is, aren't they? Wait till you see them in hand. Wait till you see them actually compared to someone's hand. So, Optimum Punch. And yes, he punches with an axe on his fist. So you do not want to get punched with that axe. This one's coming at 39 millimeters, so one of the biggest ones. 14 different points of articulation here. And we have his counterpart, Zero Cool. I'm digging that name, by the way. I love Zero Cool. Reference to hackers from way back in the day. And obviously this is our homage to the Nemesis version of Optimum Punch. And you can see he's wearing the axe on the other fist for this version. I'm sure you can switch it up, whatever your heart's content.
They come with fists.
As far as I know, yes, they do. But that's as far as I know. I just got this presentation like 2 days ago.
They do.
Well, actually, I was given the presentation 2 days ago. I got the PowerPoint about 2 hours ago. All right, next we have Feelin' Blue. Now, I love the names of these because I don't have to speculate on which one's which. This one's the blue one. Ooh, coming in at 12 millimeters. I'll have to double check if that articulation to 0 is correct. Could just be for the action shot using those pile drivers. And guess what's next?
Red.
Seeing Red. Feeling blue? Seeing Red. So here is the alternate version. Call them what you will, but this name is Seeing Red. And then we have Oriole up next. Oriole is the tiniest one so far at only 6 millimeters. So God, like that's, I don't know, like a fingernail, like very small. Don't put it in your mouth. And of course, with Oriole, there is Cardinal, the homage to Laserbeak, Oriole being Buzzsaw, Cardinal being our Laserbeak kind of homage. And you can't do those two without Savage, aka Ravage. A little bit bigger at 9 millimeters. I mean, who wouldn't want to take that little kitty cat home? It's adorable. And of course, you can't have those guys without Soundbox. So 36 millimeters, 14 points of articulation. Again, these guys are action masters. They do not transform, but they're definitely cool for playability with some of our play sets that we got, like in Kingdom and Earthrise, the Ark itself. Nice little size to go along with those sets. We have now, I'm not sure if this is an ending, so Ion the Prize. You know what, I'm going to fully admit here, I did not get that pun until just now. I read this like 2 or 3 times before this, and I did not get that pun until just this second. Ion the Prize, an homage to Thundercracker, of course. 35 millimeters and 14 different points of articulation. And we have Headshot, part of the reflector set, homage to the reflector set. 29 millimeters, 14 points of articulation. There is a secondary one without the viewfinder, Snapshot. Same articulation, same height. Just doesn't have the viewfinder on the chest. Next we have Wind Warp, homage to Skywarp, of course. Again, going back to 35 millimeters, 14 different points of articulation. Star Crown, as it should be, right? Nice little name there. Star Crown, our Starscream homage. You can see that this one comes with the Megatron pistol that it can hold. Very cool, very cool. We have Megastrong with the flailing base on for a hand. Very classic. This one's 40 millimeters tall. I believe this is the largest of them, or at least tied for the largest, and it's got 14 different points of articulation. So again, like small little figures, but very, very posable. A lot of you can do with 14 different points of articulation. All right, so that kind of sums up the Nanobots. Here we got a shot of some of the Autobots, or homage to Autobots, I should say. And we got a kind of a shot of our homage Decepticons as well. And that's going to wrap it up for the Nanobots. Oh, except the in-hand pictures. So here's the prototype. See, I told you these guys were cute and small. Look at that. So that would be, let's say, the prototype of not Seeing Red. Little Red. Thank you, Little Red. Appreciate the assist there. And keep in mind, this was kind of like one of the shorter ones, but like nowhere near as small as like the cassette bots, for example. It fits on the tip of your finger. Look at that. And again, some of these guys have like up to 14 different points of articulation for that tiny little size. Now these don't have a release date just yet, but you can expect that they are coming fairly soon with prototype shots just like this. Here's a couple of our Decepticons, unpainted Decepticons. Now here it is in comparison to some D&D figurines.
That's a HeroClix.
HeroClix, there you go. All right, so up next from the same company, Half the Battles Toys. We have now, this is going to be, this is kind of featuring the hammer itself. The figure is Studio One Cell, the third-party Unicron figure, and they have kind of created an add-on called the Chaos Hammer to go with your Studio One Cell figure. So a big giant boss of a robot needs a big giant boss of a weapon. So definitely wreaking some chaos with that Chaos Hammer. Now, HB Toys have also released shots of Transformer G.I. Joe crossovers. We can expect to probably see these pretty soon, hitting the market. Obviously, we got like a Soundwave or homage Soundwave going into the His Tank or homage His Tank. And yeah, expect to see those kind of hitting websites pretty soon, I think.
Where are they going to sell
them? Mostly through websites, like our show sponsors we have here today. Okay, so next we're going to move on to a completely new company, Mad Hand and Nakomake Toys. Now, they've got a really cool release here. Now, this is kind of a test shot. I'll show you more, don't worry. This isn't just it. But this is going to be, it's called the Legend Reborn series, and this is going to be the Ash Lord. This is going to be a model kit. This is a non-transforming model kit. Made of ABS, plastic, die-cast parts, 31 centimeters or just over 1 foot tall when completed. It's going to have over 830 different parts. In terms of your Gundam model fan, it's a PG level build with multiple joint linkage design. Now, do you know who this is homaging?
Grimlock.
Grimlock, yeah. So the style they're going for here is debatable, of course, but I'm kind of feeling like a Bumblebee movie kind of Grimlock line. Like, what if Grimlock had appeared in the Bumblebee movie? This is kind of what I would see him like. So very cool, very clean looking, and a very, very detailed model kit. Again, over 830 parts. So that is a good old afternoon building that model kit.
That's a weekend.
That's a weekend. That's a full weekend. Yeah, just a beauty, isn't it? Very clean back design. Awesome. All right, next up is a company called Medicaid. Now, Medicaid, you might know them for a very, very recent release called Haiku. Yeah, so this one might actually be available to buy today. There might be a couple dealers in the room with this figure, because this one has been released. Now, this is an homage to Age of Extinction Drift. Material is ABS. It comes in at 20 centimeters, and this is a full triple changing bot. So this, I think, is absolutely incredible. Excellent mobility, tons of articulation. Arms and thighs are double joints. The wrists can also move so that it can point the sword at you, which I don't know if I've seen before. And the rear range of the car form can also be raised and lowered, kind of like he was in his appearance. Now, taking a closer look at the bot, look how clean that is for a triple changer. Not too much extra kibble like coming off. And again, it's a triple changer, so it's got the robot, the car mode, and the helicopter mode.
You sure about the last one?
Well, an homage. We'll say the third part is an homage to a helicopter. However, that being said, I mean, however they pulled this off, color me absolutely impressed. To create the triple changer here. Now, Medicaid is also working on a brand new masterpiece scale Air King, or an homage to Beast Wars Pterosaur. So this I find very, very exciting. We have a nice full color model here to go off of. And we actually have a prototype picture, which means this is supposed to be coming soon. Now, they expect this to come out before the end of the year. Now, that being said, third-party release dates can be hit and miss. So take that with a grain of salt. Yeah, a grain of salt. So I'm really excited to see that. Really nice details. Look at the skin texturing as well. Just beautiful. Now, Medicaid is also going to be doing kind of a smaller Bumblebee-style movie, homage to Optimus, homage to Bumblebee. These are going to be kind of in legend scale. So being smaller figures, they had to give them big names. So we have Huge Fire, and we have Giant B. Giant B coming in at 7.5 centimeters. Just cute little guys. All right, the next company is Transform and Roll Out. Now, these guys have kind of been off the radar for a little bit. You might have remembered a release from a couple years ago that was an homage to Jazz, G1 Jazz. I believe they called it Meister. I can't believe they got away with that, actually. But they're coming back. They're coming back in a big way. And the product they have that I'm going to show you next is actually going out to reviewers now. So they do have finished products. So when I say this is coming out soon, this one is legit coming out very soon because they have sent completed versions out to some reviewers. So this next one is called Commander of Stars. ABS plastic, 24 centimeters or about 9.5 inches. The vehicle mode will be 36 centimeters or 42 and a bit inches long. And this one is coming soon. Now, obviously, this is an homage to Transformers Cybertron Optimus or Galaxy Force Convoy. Here it is in beautiful truck mode. You got some chrome right in the middle there that I believe will form his kneecaps. Couple different views, just nice looking figure. Very reminiscent of the original toy, but likely with some other features and add-ons. Now, I don't know how big that bottle is because I've never heard of that product. But if you have, that gives you an idea of the size comparison. Okay, so I'm getting the bottle is about that big. Here it is in space trucking mode. For all the Deep Purple fans out there. You can see the wings do have an articulated point. They can kind of pop up just like that. So you will see, so here's tricks within the chest of this third-party figure, which is really cool, I think. But that's not all. Obviously, the back piece can become kind of like a mobile attack kind of unit. He can combine with that to become his super mode. You do have the opening kind of blaster on its left side, and the traditional blaster on the right side. But take a look at some of the articulations in the blaster. You're going to see these coming up next with these kind of like big guns that come up underneath the figure's arms. Look at the joinery there. Look at the different like flexible play opportunities, and you'll be able to get a lot of really cool poses with this figure. So just they really ranked up the articulation compared to the original like mass product release. Yeah, just I think pretty stunning. Now, obviously, one thing that you will see omitted here is any. So they are stacked behind and over the shoulder mode. Yeah, very intimidating, eh? Here's a little demo video. So yeah, coming very, very soon. Again, some reviewers are getting that in hand right now. And next is a classic XTrans Box. Yeah, we got some fans in the room. Obviously, we got some XTrans Box stuff in the display cases. You'll see kind of their homage to like Runabout and Run Amok. And we're going to show you a couple of the newer releases that are just about to hit. This one's called Big Load. An homage to our Constructicon friend, Long Haul, of course. Now, this is just a beautiful, like, you know, very clean looking robot. Nice alt mode as well. Now, here it is next to Gravedigger, aka Scrapper. Here they are together. The dump truck's just beautifully molded here. You know, nothing, you know, like it actually does have an empty kind of back. And here it is in one-legged pogo mode. Pogo stick mode. So more to come, obviously, in the near future. So we can see this full-on combiner fleshed out, hopefully pretty soon.
Is there a release date for the 5 years?
I don't have that one just yet. Yeah. The next up is a company called Magic Square. Now, Magic Square typically releases things that are a little bit smaller, again, kind of Legends scale, which seems to be very, very popular with the third-party companies. Now, some of the things that, other things that they released, they've also done some kind of masterpiece-style homages to Optimus Prime. And the first one they have for me to show off today is a repaint of their Strongman figure, which is a Huffer homage. And this is going to feature new, kind of more metallic paint jobs. You can see kind of that on the arms here especially. This one's coming in at only 8 centimeters tall. Now look at that face too, nice grimacy face, isn't it? A lot of flexibility, a lot of posability and articulation in this one, despite its small little stature. And all condenses into a little vehicle mode there. Super nice, super playable, very clean looking. All right, so next up, and these are due out fairly soon. Again, this is a repaint, so these should be coming out in no time at all. Now the next up is going to be another repaint of a recent release. Wow, they had a lot of pictures of this guy. And it's going to be a redo of the Blues figure, aka homage to G1 Jazz. Now this one, as the colors have been muted down a little bit to match the animation models a little bit more, and the windows have actually been turned into clear plastic for this release. So definitely make a really nice display piece. Again, you got the nice G1 cartoon accuracy there. Yeah, again, lots of points of articulation. Definitely great for playability, posability, and looking great on displays. You can see the see-through windows there. Now this is a TFcon, this is the first reveal. The next figure they're working on is Meteorite. This is going to be a Legends scale homage to Skyfire / Jetfire, depending on what you prefer to call them. We only have unpainted prototypes here. And we've got a couple comparison shots. Going to show you how big this figure is compared to the previous releases. So very nice, very clean looking robot here. Tons of posability and articulation. Look at the knee joints. Man, that's nice detail. So here he is in comparison to the homage to Starscream. So nice, you expect it to be bigger, right? Now, in this picture, you can see that it can hold the Cliff Jumper homage, but it also has fully articulated hands as well to hold weapons or make a fist. Then you'll see here that the mask has switched. So kind of you're reminiscent of like the classics kind of battle mask. Size comparison with the Nemesis Prime and Megatron homages from the same company. And here it is in jet mode. You got to put it beside the Starscream homage as well. And it does have 2 little cockpits. I just don't know what would fit in that. So they're there, they're detailed, they're lovely, like they're nicely detailed. Maybe those nanobots from earlier.
Diaclone Dynauts.
Diaclone Dynauts, excellent. Yeah, and of course landing gear is included as well. Just beautiful. I cannot wait to see this in full color. And again, you guys are the first to see this in the world right now. All right, next up we have Iron Factory. Now, Iron Factory, you probably know them recently for their Legend Scale Samurai series. So their homage to Grimlock, beautiful. I've got it at home. So what's up next? Yeah, the Tetsubi, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Their homage to Ironhide. And as you'd expect from a great Autobot warrior, this is just chock full of details, articulation, and lots of weapons. Now this comes in at 10 centimeters tall or just under 4 inches. It comes with a glaive. It comes with a very traditional samurai shotgun. I've seen that in paintings before. Katana, of course. It comes with a set of yare. So this guy is just teeming with weaponry. So this is definitely a major warrior here. Now, you can expect that we'll probably eventually get an ratchet homage. Maybe not as weapon-based. I think my friend Ryan, who put together this presentation, was speculating it'd come with some kind of like monk staff or something to show that it was a healer, whereas as the Ironheart homage tends to be is the warrior. Now let's see what that alt mode looks like. I don't know what to call this, so I'm going to throw out 3 different names here. A samurai van, a battle wagon, or a war chariot. But you said the same thing. My first thought was, man, that can make a good Turtles van. So send these guys some emails. Let them know. I mean, I think that would make a great Turtles crossover. Now that van right there is not looking very well armed until you drop all the different weapons on it. And then you do not want to get near this guy on the highway. Now, Iron Factory has also got Hometown Watcher coming out, a 10-centimeter homage to Huffer. And at this point, man, Huffer is getting a lot of love from the third-party companies right now. This is the third homage Huffer figure that we've shown today. Now, this guy is just, again, teeming with articulation. Look at all those different joints. This one's going to come with different fist options as well. So you can have closed fist or fists that can hold the weapons. You've got you got ankle articulations even. You've got an open palm for a really cool pose that you see right in the middle there. Just tons of thought put into this figure. And here it is in its cute little alt mode. Yeah, aw. Okay, up next is Plants Toys. Yeah. You've seen their homage for Max, their Cerebro, the Barrage, okay, so what they got up for us? Now, I don't know if this has been shown or not, but this is the only name I have from Ryan so far is FT30, and this is going to be a group of combining robots homaging G1 Superion. Now, this set is going to be full of tons of details. Now, you'll see, and I'll actually show comparisons later, but the first shot I showed you is there's going to be different parts so you can have different versions of this robot. One that's toy accurate and one that's cartoon accurate. Now, what's really cool is that all of the extra parts of this combining robot become a flight stand. So you can display all 5 jets at the same time. And you will see more of those jet pictures. Lots of detail, lots of amazing sculpting. I believe this is somewhat like around masterpiece scale, but we don't have the exact heights of these just yet. There's more with the flight stand. Awesome display. You can see that every jet has different intakes. So they really did a number on making each jet pretty unique looking. Yeah, I just really love the ingenuity of creating the flight stand into all the kind of the combiner kibble stuff. Just thought that was really cool. I hadn't seen that before. From above. Okay, and here's a different option. So you see kind of toy version, cartoon version. So the toy version on the right-hand side with the smaller gun, with the open faceplate, and then cartoon version with the closed faceplate and the shoulder kind of mounted, the shoulder kind of length gun there. And different chest pieces as well. So you can really, make it your own. Fully articulated hands, and it looks like it's going to be coming with a couple extra face plates for the open face kind of option. So here we have Superion screaming his love probably for his fellow Transformers.
Hug me.
Yeah. Now they've also got a figure coming up called Marg. Now this is so this is going to be part of a subline called Fantastic Model. Now this is going to be a masterpiece style homage to Ultra Magnus, of course. There is going to be lots of different options. Very clean looking figure. No butt flap that you might have seen in like a Masterpiece review or a figure come out. Lots of different posability options here. And this one is teeming with extra goodies as well. So wait till you see one of the next pictures I'm going to show you. Full ankle tilts as well. Great posability. Different plate options. You can see we have an open mouth there on the middle picture. Look how clean the back is as well. Just beautiful. Not going to clutter too much up on your shelf. But here's some of the different head options. So you got like grimacing face, screaming face, happy face, sad face. Look at that last one though. Kind of a half shattered, revealing the core bot on the inside of the Magnus armor. And what that means is, and here it is on the figure. Great kind of like awesome battle damaged Magnus figure. But there is a fully articulated core robot inside. So look at that. Armor comes off. You got a fully articulated robot from the inside forming the cab of the truck. Very slick. And just as clean as the bigger robot with armor strapped on. Just nice curves, great articulation it looks like. Nice clean back again as well. And very, very posable here. Okay, so up next is New Age. These pictures will be posted on one of the message boards later this week, I assure you. Okay, so coming up, we have New Age. So they also do kind of legend scale. Their Ymir was their Grimlock kind of homage. They did a kind of a Cyclonus homage and turned that into a Depth Charge homage from Beast Wars. So they've got a couple re-releases coming out of some other pre-existing figures, and it's going to be in kind of a weathered look. So they're going to be doing a weathered version of their Herbie figure, homaging Bumblebee, and one of Vanishing Point, homaging Cliff Jumper. Here they are in kind of worn, rusted vehicle mode. Again, these are legend scale, nice little pocket figures here. They're going to be doing the same thing, of course, for the Autobot and Decepticon leader homages with Agamemnon, the Megatron homage, and of course David, the Optimus homage. Of course, these ones being the leader figures, they come with so many different little add-ons and extras. And again, just those nice weathered looks for those robot and the alt modes as well. Now, expect those to probably drop pretty soon because they are re-releases of pre-existing figures. Now, here's some more love for one of our fan favorites, Ultra Magnus. They're going to be doing a re-release of Octavian. Now, this is going to be in more toy-accurate colors. So really homaging the Ultra Magnus figure from the 80s with lots of articulation options. And that's not the only Octavian we're going to be getting. We're also going to be getting a translucent version of Octavian because, hey, why not? Looks great, especially when you put it in robot mode.
Will it be in yellow?
All right, next up is Fans Hobbies. So, Fans Hobby gave us this weekend probably the biggest, most like awesome looking exclusive we've probably ever had. That's got to be the biggest. Now I don't know if who here picked up this figure this week. Right on. Last time I was in the dealer room, I think they had 3 left. Now this one, obviously, okay. So gotta break this one down. You get the Delta Baser, which is the core robot. That is the truck itself, and it has the combined mode with the trailer. And then you've got the Magna Bomber, which kind of trails behind the core trailer. That turns into its own robot, and that combines with the other robot to make an even larger robot, homaging another favorite character of ours. But then you get new blaster rifles, you get new shoulder cannons, new shoulder side cannons with optical spearhead missiles, Magna Bomber blast cannon with optical shells, super combined mode head is all new to this release, and 2 power swords. So we have the core robot, we have the combined robot with the normal trailer, kind of, homaging the Delta releases. And then when you combine it with the Magna Bomber, you get that kind of, that Delta Magnus kind of Diaclone reference right there. Just beautiful, very imposing on that shelf. And man, what a beast, an absolute beast of a TFcon exclusive. So this is available this weekend in very short supply as it is right now. Last time I was in the dealer room, there was only 3 left. Even the packaging looked badass. It was amazing. Here it is with base mode, with the mini robots. You can put the mini robots in their little space there, and then you can actually see them through the chest window. Beautiful new Magnus-inspired head there. Delta Magnus-inspired head. Just gorgeous. And different shell spearheads too. Now they're going to be releasing a repainted version of their Ultra Naval Commander, which is an homage to Armada Prime, Armada Optimus Prime. This is going to be in the Power Links colors with the golden mini robot, aka Sparkplug. So expect that to drop soon, December 22nd, 2022, sorry. And because it's repainted, it should be out hitting those kind of web stores pretty soon, I would guess. Now, of course, they're going to be. I thought I had one more picture of Optimus there. They're going to be doing that kind of treatment. The Power Links, they're going to be doing the Armada kind of Galvatron homage with their Ultra Meg Tyranno. So in those kind of classic Armada Galvatron colors. And that's going to be coming out next year. Now here's a teaser image they gave us, and I wish I had more for you. But given the last 2 figures I just showed, and this wireframe here, it can be safe to assume that maybe those naval commanders are getting some kind of jet pants add-on. I'd love if they called it jet pants. That'd be so great. Yeah, can't wait to see that. That's going to be really cool when that drops. That will also be 2023. Now on to Mastermind Create. Yeah, I remember these guys with their giant Predaking like homage, and they got some really cool stuff coming out. So they are going into another kind of combining series. This first one is going to be called Navigant. This is a G1 Streetwise homage from the Protector Bots. And this is going to be really cool. I don't know if you've seen these yet, but it's all built in. There's no extra kibble that you have to add to create the combined mode. So Navigant will open right up and wrap around, assumingly the core robot, the hotspot kind of homage figures, wrap around their lower legs, kind of fleshing out to become the calf of the combined robot. So no extra kibble, no extra parts to make the combined version of this. Now here it is with the other release that's going to be coming with that. It's going to be the first aid homage as well. Now we're getting close to the end. Here's a really cool figure. Now this one is, again, from Mastermind Creations, and this one is a heavy retool of their Death Source homage. And they did a lot of work for this. And you're going to see kind of this homage in some of the later pictures here. This obviously is an homage to Double Dealer. So with that, it's got different modes. It's got the rolling tank mode. It's going to have, its Power Masters. It's got the big giant missile there. Here is its Bird of Prey mode. I don't know if you want to call it a condor or a hawk or an eagle. But now you can definitely see the where they got the kind of the Deathsaurus kind of start, and really retooled it really well to bring us this new Predator Nimbus. Here's more bird mode. Bird of prey. And you'll see that obviously the Power Master fits nicely into the chest. You got a nice big sidearm there to go with the shoulder-mounted missile, and just a nice, really nice profile on that figure. All right, and last up we have Remix. So RMX or Remix, they're bringing us the high fidelity die-cast stereo cassettes tapes. Now, here, the first couple images are their core release of Tempo, aka homage to Steeljaw. Now, the amount of detail on this is just beautiful. Even though it's a tape former, it's got a lot of complexity to it. I really dig it. So the transformation, is definitely a little bit more complex than, first meets the eye. Now, this one, we did have a version here at TFcon as an exclusive as well. I don't know if there's any left in the dealer room, but I'll show you a couple of shots of the exclusive. Oh, here it is in kitty mode with a couple of its friends. Here's the TFcon exclusive. It came with exclusive packaging, so they really did a good number of that. And they did the gold chrome on the weapons / kind of the wings there. So really beautiful stuff, and I believe that did go pretty quick this weekend. So if you got one, good on you. Who here picked up this figure this weekend? Excellent, good on you, good on you. Now, I believe that's all I have to show you guys, other than just, a couple more images of him. Right up close there, nice colors, beautiful release. And that's all. Did he put all? So, I'm not thanking myself here. That's Ryan threw in that note. I didn't think to read the last slide. So thank you to Ryan Sheehy for putting this together. We wish he could have been here with us this weekend. We love him. We miss him. And thank you to all of you Transformers and third-party fans. I hope you enjoyed this panel. Check out the websites for later releases of the slides. Up next, we have a legend himself. Thank you for your time. Hope you enjoyed the third-party release panel. Thank you all so much.